Good morning, you guys. Welcome to episode 4 of Christ with Karina. We're outside. It's like 30 degrees. It's very cold. That thing in the screen is bothering me. I cracked my screen, so I need to go fix that. So I'm sorry about the light shining in the corner. But I'm so excited to get started today. We're going to read something from the Old Testament. Actually, a lot of these are going to be Old Testament because I realize I haven't read a lot of the Old Testament. I've read like 90% of the New Testament. But what we're going to read today is Ruth. Also, what I want to say, this is literally like, this is an abomination, this sweatshirt, because it is so ugly. It's not even a sweatshirt, it's one of those comfy things. It's so ugly, but it's the only thing that's going to keep me warm because I did lose my winter jacket. So, anyway. Oh, also, I forgot to mention scene change. I live here as well. That was in the backyard of my other house, but this is not as nice. There's a playground in the back. Actually, maybe I could face that way next time, but whatever. Let's just get into it. Okay, the book of Ruth. We're going to read maybe the first and second one. Elimelech, I don't even know how people pronounce these names. Elimelech's family goes to Moab. I butchered that. Now it came to pass in these days, when the judges ruled, that there was a famine in the land, and a certain man of Bethlehem, Judah, went to dwell in the country of Moab, he and his wife and his 2 sons. The name of the man was Elimelech, and the name of the wife was Naomi. And the names of his two sons were Mahalon and Chilion, Ephrathites of Bethlehem, Judah. And they went to the country of Moab and remained there. Then Elimelech, Naomi's husband, died, and she was left, and her 2 sons. When they took wives of the women of Moab, the name of one was Orpah, and the name of the other Ruth. And they dwelt there about 10 years. Then both Mahalon and Chilion also died, so the woman survived her 2 sons and her husband. Then she arose with her daughters-in-law, that she might return from the country of Moab, for she had heard in the country of Moab that the Lord had visited his people by giving them bread. Therefore she went out from the place where she was, and her 2 daughters-in-law with her, and they went on the way to return to the land of Judah. And Naomi said to her 2 daughters-in-law, "Go, return each to her mother's house. The Lord deal kindly with you, as you have dealt with the dead and with me. The Lord grant that you may find rest, each in the house of her husband." So she kissed them, and they lifted up their voices and wept. And they said to her, "Surely we will return with you to your people." But Naomi said, "Turn back, my daughters. Why will you go with me? Are there still sons in my womb, that they may be your husbands? Turn back, my daughters, go, for I am too old to have a husband. If I should say I have hope, if I should have a husband tonight, and should also bear sons, would you wait for them till they were grown? Would you restrain yourself from having husbands? No, my daughters, for it grieves me very much for your sakes that the hand of the Lord has gone out against me." Then they lifted up their voices and wept again, and Orpah kissed her mother-in-law, but Ruth clung to her. And she said, "Look, your sister-in-law has gone back to her people and to her gods. Return after your sister-in-law." But Ruth said, "Entreat me not to leave you, or to turn back from following after you. For wherever you go, I will go, and wherever you lodge, I will lodge. Your people shall be my people, and your God my God. Where you die, I will die, and there will I be buried. The Lord do so to me, and more also, if anything but death parts you and me." When she saw she was determined to go with her, she stopped speaking to her. Now the 2 of them went until they came to Bethlehem. And it happened, when they had come to Bethlehem, that all the city was excited because of them. And the woman said, "Is this Naomi?" But she said to them, "Do not call me Naomi. Call me Mara, for the Almighty has dealt very bitterly with me. I went out full, and the Lord has brought me home again empty. Why do you call me Naomi, since the Lord has testified against me, and the Almighty has afflicted me?" So Naomi returned, and Ruth the Moabites, her daughter-in-law with her, returned from the country of Moab. Now they came to Bethlehem at the beginning of the barley harvest. I like the story. It's interesting. Basically, what is happening, just to recap, Naomi had her husband. They had 2 sons. Her 2 sons had wives, and then the 2 sons also died, and I'm pretty sure her husband died as well. And then with the wives, it was just the 2 wives of her sons and Naomi. Then they leave Moab, I'm pretty sure. That part was a little confusing. I think they went to Bethlehem, but I was a little confused. Or they went back to Moab. I'm not quite sure. But they left wherever. Ruth stayed, and the other girl did not stay. She went back to her family, which was really nice. Ruth was really sweet. I know kind of how the story plays out a little bit. I know that, I don't know, Ruth finds a husband, I think, but I don't know how. So I'm excited to finish reading this. And the one thing I do want to point out is she's like, "Do not call me Naomi, call me Mara." I know Mara means something. I'll put the definition on the screen, but I know it's something like, I'm going to look it up. Mara means both bitter and strong. I mean, she has been dealt a pretty bad hand. So her identity is very obviously tied to her name and tied to Naomi. All the bad things that she felt have happened in her life have happened under Naomi. So she changed her name to Mara, I guess, to restart. But not only does it mean bitter, it also means strong. So maybe she's kind of accepting that, she went through all these things, but they make her stronger at the end. I'm not fully sure. I'm going to be honest. But I think that's interesting how she changed her name. She's like, "Don't call me Naomi. He has dealt me a very bitter hand." Anyway, that is the end of episode 4. We're going to read chapter 2 tomorrow, and then 3 the day after, and then 4 the day after. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and God bless.